Super close.
Oh, it's inappropriate.
What? Jesus, what? No, stop!
Good morning. It is Monday, June... Hang on, I don't know what the date is. June 13th. So at least it's not Friday the 13th. So as you may have noticed, I am still in bed. Oh, stretch. Bicep flex. So, today is going to be an interesting day, and here's why I say that. My hip has gone out again, along with my right knee. Actually, I think the problem started with my right knee, so I've got it all taped up right now, as you can see there. But the problem is my hip. I don't know. It's hard to say. It could have been the fact that my knee went out first, and because my knee was out, it caused my hip to go out, or it could have been the other way around. I'm not really sure in which order it happened. I just know that it hurts. My hip, my right hip especially, has a habit of dislocating in my sleep for some reason. I think it's just the way that I sleep, and it's happened many, many times. So, and what I mean by when I say out, it's not currently dislocated, okay? So I don't want you guys to think that I'm sitting here with a dislocated hip. But because of my genetic disorder, which I attempt to not let define me, but there's just moments in my life that it it really does affect me, and today's going to be one of those days. So what I mean by out is it feels like it could slip out of the socket at any second. It feels very loose, as if it's not really in there anymore. It's kind of just floating around, and the pain, it feels almost like anyone who's ever had like a bone-on-bone experience rubbing together, that type of pain is just pulsing in my hip right now. So I would legitimately say that on a pain scale, if I were to go to a doctor right now, I would say that the pain in my hip is about an 8 out of 10 right now. So this is not an uncommon occurrence. Something like this happens to me at least once a week, if not more. Yesterday, I woke up and I started feeling like crap in the morning. I was just hurting all over. I was having a really hard time getting going yesterday morning, and then, just had a whole slew of issues. So, I wasn't entirely surprised when I woke up this morning with this many issues. I walked with a cane yesterday, and I believe because of the extra effort that I had to put on my left side, that is why my left ankle is also having some problems this morning. So I thought today might be an interesting day for you guys to see kind of how I get through a day, even though I'm having some issues. So I will likely be stuck on a cane today, if not on a cane, on my crutches, but I'm still going to go to work. I've got a client in just under an hour. Oh, as my hip pops. That's the other thing, is it's really loose and easy to pop. So, anyway, sorry. So, I'm going to kind of take you through all that and show you kind of just how I survive from day to day. So, today's going to be a busy day. It's Monday. Mondays are always busy. I don't care who you are. So, we don't really have a choice. And honestly, with the amount of pain that I'm in right now, and I don't know if you guys can see, I didn't sleep for shit last night. Like, I'm tired. But, honestly, with the amount of pain that I'm in and the night that I had and the day that I had yesterday, I could justify calling my client right now and saying, hey, you know what? And she knows. I make sure all my clients understand that I do have some medical, some health issues that can affect me going into it, so that they're not totally surprised or upset when this stuff happens. And this particular client is very understanding. But if I canceled her, then, I don't know if I could really justify doing my workout today, which I have to get in. Because if I can't make it to work for half an hour to stand there, it's just one session, so if I can't make it to do that, then, how could I justify, I would need to take the whole day off, and that's just not something I want to do. So, are there cases where I do take the whole day off? Yes. Today's just not severe enough, I don't believe. for me to justify doing that. So I've got more clients this afternoon. One of the first things I'm going to do when I get off my butt here is I'm going to go take a shower because the heat helps. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys kind of how I survive my days when we're like this. So I hope you guys take this as just some motivation to maybe find a way to get through whatever struggles you're going through. Because as much as I'd like to say, yeah, this really sucks having what I have, having the issues that I have with joints dislocating all the time and the pain and blah, 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 I'm not the only person out there, and I'm definitely not the most severe case of any issue out there, whether it be EDS like I have, or any other disorder or disease, or any issue that you could have. So I'm definitely not on the most severe spectrum, and there's definitely other people out there that are getting through their days without complaining. So I hope you guys take this as just having an issue. You can get through it. Definitely can. So I'm gonna go take a shower over there. Zoop. Like my tie-dye blanket. It's actually my wife's with her little pregnancy pillow. Whoop. Anyway, so I'm gonna charge the camera, go take a shower, and then I'm gonna show you guys kind of some of the other stuff that I do to get my day going when these types of things happen. So, shower time. Alright, we've got our shower in. I'm hobbling around. We're getting ready to go. I've got everything kind of packed up for my day. Gonna be using, unfortunately, gonna have to ignore my messy sink here. Gonna be using the crutch today. I don't really want to, but it's that or have some issues walking around. So it's going to be a slow day for sure. But like I said, it's better to do this than, sit around kind of whining about how my day could have been better, I suppose. So we gotta grab shoes, hit the car. We got about 5 minutes to get there. I'm gonna be late. I'm always late. And we got clients to train. Alright, here we are again in the vehicle, the vehicular. So, one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is what exactly is E3 Athletics. Because I feel like my About Us video is probably buried pretty deep by now. Not deep, but deep enough. And I gotta figure out how to post or pin that stuff to my YouTube page. Anyway, so E3 Athletics. So I'll just kind of give you the idea of how it started. I was basically, it was a, so our phrase, I guess, our catchphrase, or whatever you want to call it, slogan, whatever, is every rep, every set, every time. That's where the E3 comes from. Every rep, every set, every time. And basically that was just something that it was a concept that I tried to convey to my clients. Wait for traffic. It was a concept that I tried to convey to my clients because it wasn't just about necessarily coming into the gym and killing it every day, which that's a good portion of it, especially with personal training. But realistically, what it's about is taking what you learn in the gym and that effort that you put in and applying it to any and every aspect of your life. And so what I mean by that is, if you're willing to come into the gym and put in 100% effort for every rep, for every set, every time you do it, then why couldn't you put that amount of effort into anything, whether it's your personal life, your career, any goal that you have. So I feel like it's a really well-balanced idea for basically anybody that needs some motivation, and I try to live by that. I live by the two things, every rep, every set, every time, and my favorite saying of progress every day. And so progress every day relates to you don't necessarily need to compete with anybody but yourself. And so when I look in the mirror, I don't compare myself to anybody else. I compare myself to how I looked the day before, or not necessarily just even looking in the mirror. I mean, that's just a bad example. Just anything with life. I look at the day before, and so long as I've progressed, made some sort of progress, did a little bit better, put in a little bit more effort, or at least tried. So on days like today, I'm not going to make any headway. Today's going to be all about maintenance. My hip's out, my right knee is fucked. And so it's all about so the progress for today is going to be just not slipping backwards. And the progress for today is going to be the attitude that I put forth. So progress every day, and every rep, every set, every time, or something that I try to live my life by, regardless of the situation. So that's kind of what we're about here. And that's what I kind of strive to show you guys on this channel and through all my different social media, my Instagram, my Twitter, whatever. Those are the types of things that I try to get across, is that no matter what it is in life, if you put in effort and you try to do just a little bit better every single day, then eventually, regardless of what your goal is, or regardless how hard it is to obtain, you will eventually make it there. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next month, next year. You know, it just depends on what that goal is. But nobody ever accomplished their goals by only giving it a mediocre try, right? So go into each day trying to figure out what you can accomplish. I always have like a priority list, things that have to get done, things that should be done, and things that I could get to if everything else gets done. And I try and get through that list as best as possible each day. Now things like hips going out, knees going out, stuff like that gets in the way, but I'm still going to accomplish, you know, whatever my main have to get dones are today. And on days where I can't necessarily, that is a Nissan GTR, look at that, like a squirrel. Look, that is an expensive ass car. Woo! Anyway, I brightened up my day just a little bit. So, anyway, just making sure that you're striving each day to make some sort of progress towards your goals, or at least work at a maintenance level and not slip backwards. And understanding that if you do slip backwards, if there's something that happens outside of your control, like there are days where I will straight up dislocate my hip or my knee or my whatever the joint may be. And at that point, I'm probably going to slip back just a little bit, by a day or two, but what can I do to help minimize the damage there? And what can I do to help to get back on track as quickly as possible? So those are always the types of things that I'm thinking about. We have made it to the gym successfully, alive. We didn't kill anything on the way here. So I'm gonna park here, I'm gonna go train Sam, and then we've got to get a killer chest pump in. All right, we are home in the kitchen. Actually just managed to get the kitchen clean. Look at that fresh shirt. Boom, E3 Athletics chest pump. Just kidding. Did anybody notice my hair is purple? It's purple. I tried to dye it purple yesterday, and that did not work out. So, again, to go along with the film, like the point of today's video, just trying to get everything done that I possibly can. I'm in here, I'm hobbling around, I'm trying to get some chores done in the house. Again, today's to-do list, I can show you today's to-do list, actually. Ugh. It legitimately hurts, like, I'm not kidding. Oh, my surprise. I've got my new monitor. So it should do really good if we go into Premiere here. I'm also going to show you guys my to-do list here in just a second as it pops up. But, you know, as much as I have to be very careful about how I walk and everything going on there, like, I'm still getting stuff done today. I'm not letting, you know, I'm not letting that be an excuse to not get anything done. I'm still trying my best, and even if my best isn't necessarily 100%, your best is your best. So regardless of whatever the circumstances are, your best doesn't mean you're giving 100%. Your best means you're doing the best you can with whatever circumstances you have. So we're gonna cook. So today we are still on contest prep. We gotta remember that, guys. So contest prep, I did some experimentation, and I found over last week some things that didn't work. Again, this week is also about figuring that out, but fine-tuning what we figured out last week. So what I did figure out is that anything above about 200 grams of carbs is not beneficial for me, and which is funny because everyone's like, yo, I'll be over 3,000, but I think just for me and the amount of cardio I'm going to be able to do, I think I'm going to be more comfortable staying right around 200 and dropping it by 10 grams a week, and then dropping a little bit of fat there too. So eventually I'll be down towards like 100 grams of carbs a day. Yeah, by about week 10, and maybe even less than that, with an occasional, honestly, refeed day, because you can't just take you know, cut carbs completely out of your diet and then not have a metabolic reset. So people are always like, yeah, no carbs, no carbs, no carbs. if you're not keeping up with your fats and having a refeed day, then your body's not going to respond. It's eventually going to slow your metabolism down. So, always going to want to try and have a metabolic reset day. And that doesn't mean going out and eating everything in sight, but a little bit of ice cream here and there, not going to hurt. So, cheat meals, there's a reason cheat meals exist in contest prep, and that is to give your body a metabolic reset, to say, okay, it's okay, you're still going to eat carbs, go back to burning fat. But before that, we got to get our carbs stable. So I'm going right around 200 this week to see how that goes. With my hip today, I'm not going to be able to get my cardio in. A little upset about that, but it is what it is. Still shooting for that 200. So I'm a little bit lower on the carbs today, actually, for that specific reason. And then tomorrow, I always come to you guys from down here, I'm always talking to you like, hey guys, what's up? I'm up here. So tomorrow, probably going to be closer to 200. Hopefully I can get my cardio in tomorrow. Who knows? Not quite sure how that's going to go yet, but we'll see. And then, yeah, just going to keep it around 200 grams of protein, shooting for about 60 grams of fat right now, just to kind of see how my body responds to that. So we are going to cook up a little bit of dinner. Got the pan going right there. Ignore those biscuits. I made those biscuits, but not for me. Look at that. Focus. Focus. Come on, camera. Focus. Focus. It's not going to want to focus. It's been a little messed up since I dropped it. Anyway, these biscuits right here. They look delicious, if not a little bit burnt. But they're not part of my diet, so I'm not going to have any. The rest of the family did enjoy them, though. So, I'm going to cook up a little bit of dinner. I'm probably going to make hamburger helper for the girls. I'm going to sift out my hamburger from that. Maybe have a couple eggs with it. And maybe some oatmeal. Or another little carb. So, we're going to do that. And then we're going to get back to video editing. Look at this camera. It's like freaking out. It's been off since I dropped it. Anyway, we're going to go back to get back to some work. I've got some stuff to finish on the site tonight. And obviously I've got some video editing. Alright, we got some hamburger helper finished up here. This is the cheesy Italian shells. And I'm looking at the macros here. So I have roughly, as I get my phone out here, where's my phone? Too many things going on. My phone. So I have roughly, let's take a look at this real quick here. You guys like my artwork? I drew that. Bit of an artist. Yeah, a little bunny rabbit man. Anyway, so if we look at Fat Secret here, which is my preferred app that I use, I've only got about 65 carbs today, and I need about another 90 grams of protein, which I know I'm going to get two scoops of protein, so 50 grams of that roughly is going to come from a protein shake before bed. As far as the carbs go, I can have pretty much whatever I want. I'm going to try to keep it under 150 tonight. So if I do 100 or so, not going to be a problem. So I can have a pretty decent portion size of this. And if we look at the box, which somehow got thrown away. So if we look at the box here, we've got, it's only 24 grams of carbs per serving, and that's 1 cup prepared. So that's not bad. So we'll have some of that.